You know, it's really sad that there's all this talk about Hurricane Sandy, and we're reading through all the comments right now from viewers saying, how could the government engineer a storm? HAARP. Go look it up. Now, look, I never even said this was an engineered storm. I just asked the question because it's coming at a mighty convenient time right in and around this election. But you know what? Who really gives a shit? Who really cares? Because we're losing focus of what really matters. Because what's coming down the pike here in the good old USSA will be far worse than any Hurricane Sandy or even a Hurricane Katrina hitting the East Coast, New Orleans, or New York City. Because what we have coming to the United States of America is war. War on our streets. In fact, a storm would be the perfect excuse for the implementation of the police state. I can see it now, the sheeple begging for tanks in the streets. Save us, federal government! Save us, Barack Obama! There's people dying out here. Come in with your tanks and while you're at it, steal our guns. Not to mention the manufactured intentional destabilization of the Middle East, which I've talked about in length for years. In fact, it's some of our most popular content because we talked about this stuff before anybody else did. Now we've got all the copycats talking about quantitative easing 4 and 5 and 6 when we predicted 4, 3, 2, and twist when they unloaded Operation Quantitative Easing Twist number 1, the latest crack heroin hit to the, I want to put an expletive, but I'm not to keep this a family-friendly show, so the crack addict whores on Wall Street can continue ripping off the American people. And it doesn't matter who becomes president because the president is selected, not elected. It's already been decided. Whether or not it's Romney or President Barack Obama doesn't matter. But I will tell you this, post the election, reality is going to set in. Post the election, war is going to set in. And whether or not it's Mr. Mitt, Mormon, business-minded Romney, or socialist, kleptocrat, friggin' joker Barack Hussein Obama/terrorist, doesn't matter. Because both of these guys are going to tell you to sacrifice America, you to take the hit, you to suffer, you to die on the front lines for a broken country that continues to rape the American people and rape the American system. We are about to launch the most aggressive syndication platform in the history of our channel, AMTVmedia.com, 6 days and counting, 1 day before the election. Nothing happens by accident, America, and what we have coming down the pike is not an accident. War, death, destruction, and more chaos, courtesy of your government, your president, and the power structure that really runs the show. I'm Christopher Green. Stay tuned, and as always, you've been watching Green Wave TV, alternative media television, hard-hitting and in your face.